Hello, and thanks for joining us for this month's edition of About Business, your community show to find out about Arlington businesses, business leaders, and issues that affect our business community. On this month's show, we'll chat with Bob Wilson, principal with H. Saga Port Alliance, a global company headquartered right here in 38002. Stay tuned. Hi, Bob, and welcome to the inaugural edition of About Business.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, welcome very much. So I want to start by saying we all started in high school. So tell me your path from there to where you are today, and briefly.
Briefly, okay.
Briefly.
Well, actually, my first career started in high school. I started a commercial window washing company at age 14. And we were taking care of both commercial and residential interior and exterior window care, and then that grew into taking care of the custodial for model homes and tracts of homes that were being sold. And that's where it started. And then as I grew up a little bit and got into college, I moved over into the paper industry. And I was working for a paper distributor that subsequently was bought by International Paper. And that company was struggling financially. So International Paper brought in some key players to help make a turnaround work. And it's there that I got my love of being able to do process improvement, financial turnarounds, manage cultural change. And from there I did 21 years over at International Paper. Then I decided that I wanted to be the ultimate boss, make my own decisions, and keep more of the money for myself. And created my first company, now 6 companies later. We're very happily residing here in Arlington, Tennessee, and doing our part to make sure that it's part of the global economy.
I want you to tell folks, so you're headquartered in Arlington, but you have offices where?
We have offices in Shanghai, China, Taipei, Taiwan, Jakarta, Indonesia, New York, LA, and booming international megatropolis, Arlington, Tennessee.
And that's my favorite one. I love it. I love it.
I like it too.
So you have a rather interesting schedule, because the people you need to talk to might be awake while a lot of Arlington is getting ready to go to bed.
It's true. We run with about a 12 to 14 hour time zone change. Mm-hmm. And so most of my employees, well over 120 of them, are in a foreign land with different time zones.
And different languages.
And different languages, several different languages. Mm-hmm. And so it's been a great cultural experience. And also, I have a remarkably patient wife who is very tolerant of midnight phone calls and early morning calls.
I know that you have brought several folks over to spend some time in Arlington as part of your business culture, what you do. What is that transition like when they come to Arlington? What do they think?
Well, it is unique for a couple reasons. One, many of my team members do have exposure internationally, mm-hmm. but to come and stay for an extended period of time in the United States is really a huge benefit. It's the kind of thing that we provide as an opportunity for growth for those who have really demonstrated themselves in the marketplace and in the workforce. But when they come, they have visions of what they see on TV. And that's, New York, LA, and then they come to Arlington. And
Westerns?
Yes, exactly. And I'll tell you, they love it. Frequently ask for the opportunity to come back.
Wonderful.
Because they see what we have here in Arlington as well, which is a great community. There is a connection between the businesses, the community, the school system, things that are special and unique that sometimes get lost in a big city.
You talked a minute about your people and this culture. So when you're recruiting people, what skills are you looking for, and how do you recruit good people?
This is the most important question that people ask us, because I'm a big believer that all of our success derives from having a great team. Mm-hmm. Now, for each different position that we're looking for, there are competencies that may be unique. Obviously, If I need an accountant, I need someone who understands debits and credits. If I'm looking for someone who is a programmer, they need to be able to be skilled in the programming language I'm looking for. That being said, overriding way above that is we're looking for someone who fits into our culture. And so we're looking for competencies that are different and unique than many people use as hiring competencies. Yes, you got to be able to do the spreadsheet. Yes, you must be able to code in the language, or you must understand finance. Those are the basics that get you the interview. Once you get past that, we're looking for people who fit into our organization. People who have a common mindset about what it means to be part of a company. Because in our company, we want to be something so much more than just someone who generates money. We want to have a family, a community feel to us. And so we're looking for those characteristics that are sometimes perceived by many as non-tangible. But it's things like, how do you deal with conflict with a coworker? How do you manage your boss? How do you communicate? What is your best form of communication? But above and beyond all, we're looking for self-knowledge. Now that's a strange thing. A lot of people don't talk about self-knowledge as a core competency. But it's imperative for us, for the candidate to know who they are, what makes them a winner, and what makes a roadblock into their success, so that we can learn together to maximize the value that they create to the team. So self-knowledge is incredibly important. Know who you are. What makes you happy? What makes you tick? What makes you want to be a winner?
One of the things that I think is important to your culture, and I've heard you say it numerous times, is what your motto is for your company.
Yeah.
Speak to that for a moment.
Sure. Well, as you think about the challenges I have with all the different languages, the different employees, time zones, and that is all bundled up underneath 6 different companies with different value propositions, and I have 2 different partners. How do we make it all work together? And the way we've made it work together was we bundled it under this common philosophy of earn all you can, save all you can, and give all you can. We are proud that we've been successful in business, and we do not think that that's a problem, that we are good earners. But the purpose of earning, you must be a good steward. So we must save that money and be good stewards of the funds in which we have earned, with the intent of being able to give back to our community, our employees, our greater family, or as I have often been quoted, our wolf pack.
Wolf pack, that's right.
So, and when I talked a little bit earlier about we want to be something more, that's really what we think drives us. Earn all you can, save all you can, and give all you can. And it's our hope that we have a significant impact in every community in which we have an office.
So talk a minute about feedback. And I think people always think of feedback just as what you're hearing from your customer, but there's also feedback from your employee family.
Oh, yeah.
So talk a minute about feedback, how you look for it, how you bring that in, and what you do with it when you've got it.
Sure. Well, lots of companies sell a very common product. Like if you're selling donuts, then you're going to sell donuts over and over again. And really the kind of feedback you're looking for from your customers are, was the quality good? You know, did you get the kind of donut you're looking for? Our business is very unique in that almost every solution is custom. And with that being the case, we have to receive our customer feedback on the front end. And I realize that incongruent with the word of feedback, but we need to start with the feedback. We need to get from our customers what they're looking for and what they're looking to achieve, because every custom solution requires you spending less time talking and more time listening with an attempt to understand how you can create value for that customer. Then when it gets to our team, I'll tell you, I'm a fortunate guy. I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of employees that are smarter than me, and if they aren't more skilled in the business segment right now, they soon will be. I do my best to surround myself with people who can give me great feedback as a leader. And I think as a leader, if your ears are not open to the feedback of the team, the people that care about you, well, then you're going to fail in meeting the needs of the customer.
That's right. No room for being tone deaf.
No, you can't. There's a reason God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth.
I think because business is so competitive, that's sometimes the edge, is to really, lean into the feedback and see how you can improve for your customers.
Absolutely. And, because some of our deals are one-off, but it may be $2 million of one-off. So you can't send a survey out afterwards and say, how was our service this time versus last time? What you need to be able to do is you need to be able to have an intimate relationship with your customers and your community to get feedback. And that sounds strange, but the fact is, you've got to break down that wall of us being one business servicing another business, but rather a partner servicing another partner. And that requires, again, an awful lot of dialogue, an awful lot of listening.
When we come back, we're going to do a series of some rapid fire questions, and we'll get some more of Bob's business insights on those. Thank you.
On top of first class care, you will never receive a bill. The only thing we had to worry about was just keeping Azalea comfortable.
I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate.
Para mí lo que la gente hace, consolidarse con la causa que tiene St. Jude, tiene nombre y se llama Sebastián.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine.
The research here is research that we share with everyone else because overall we want to help all children that have cancer. What makes that possible is people that give to St. Jude. They really help us to fulfill our mission, and we're so grateful to have them on our team.
Welcome back. We're having a chat this morning with Bob Wilson, principal with H-Saga Port Alliance, and fascinating global business that we're glad is headquartered here in Arlington, Tennessee. Okay, so let's do some rapid fire questions. I'll toss them, you bring them in. Social media versus social skills.
Social skills. You can hire someone to do social media.
There you go. Arlington business community is?
Uniquely blessed, I tell you. Almost all my employees are from Arlington, and I've got one of the greatest teams in the world. So I think we're uniquely blessed with talent.
Technology.
You better learn it, better learn how to maximize it, because that's the only way you're going to make Uber money, that's for sure.
Your secret sauce.
Well, if I told you the secret sauce, it wouldn't be secret, would it?
Yeah.
However, I'm not very secret about it. I've said it numerous times, and I think you've heard it. For me, it's all about the people. When you select the right team, when you have a team that cares about each other, they take care of your business, that business takes care of your customers, and it's a beautiful circle of success. So it's all about the people.
What is it about what you do each day that makes it exciting for you and worthwhile to come into the office?
All right, well, let's start from the last part of the question.
Okay.
Worthwhile coming into the office, I'd rather do this than anything else. I say repeatedly, this beats working for a living. And honestly, if I weren't doing this, I really don't know what else I would be doing, because I do enjoy it. I enjoy it because we have a common vision throughout all these different companies of mine, which is to define ourselves as the best in providing solutions for our customers. And you know what? It's no different than, heck, we're at the high school. When I was playing high school football, you like being a winner. There's a reason we keep score, you know? And winning in our environment is not so much a competitive thing, but rather providing an ultimate solution for our customer that makes them happy. And when we win, man, there's an endorphin rush associated with that, because we've been able to make people happy, we've been able to make money, and that feeds our overall goal, which is to earn all you can, save all you can, and give all you can. So I get excited every day for that reason. It's fun being a winner, and I don't say that as a vanity thing. Back to my previous comments, it's about being able to provide a solution that makes people happy and is a win-win for everyone. Now, beyond that, I have a great team. You know, a lot of people have tagged the word work as, well, I gotta go to work, you know. I look forward to it. It's not work, it's an opportunity to be with my extended family, the team in which we employ.
You know, you're talking about winning, and one of the things I've noticed when I've been in your offices is there's also an attitude of celebration.
There is.
And it's not as much just a celebration of winning, but it's a celebration of being in the game.
It is. You know, and we try to celebrate all of our successes. You've been there numerous times where we're celebrating successes with our vendors and with our customers and their success, and internally as individuals. The fact is, people who want to come to work every day, they create an environment where you want to be with them every day. How does that happen? Celebrate everybody's successes on a regular basis. The big ones, the small ones, and together collectively then we get to celebrate the really big ones.
Okay, so here we are. We're on the set with a high school production. And so, Bob Wilson, if you could go back and talk to your younger self, what would you tell yourself?
Lots of things probably not worthy of being on camera, but I will share a few.
Okay.
I would tell you, when you're thinking about what you may or may not want to do in the future for your career, there's great guidance counselors that'll get you directed in the right place for the right competencies that you need for those careers. But one overriding theme that I think that I could tell you is important is have the ability to solve problems. Now, what does that mean? Take a look at the traditional things that people think are chaos or complex. Stop, analyze, break it down, put it into a sequence to where you can solve whatever problem that person may or may not be having. Think about it. Maybe you're part of the football team and you're trying to do a fundraiser. Something as simple as a pancake breakfast. That doesn't happen without coordination, leadership, thought process, thinking in advance. No one wants to go to a pancake breakfast that doesn't have syrup. Think ahead and be able to break down those processes so that you can make a solution work. Same kind of thing. If your family at home is having a garage sale, figure out how to put that together. Now, those are small examples, but as you master those activities in a small way, it just continues to grow. And the more exposure you have to complex problems, you use the same competencies you've learned to go ahead and break those down and put them into a process and solve a problem. And before too long, you're able to manage companies, do acquisitions, do financial turnarounds, do leverage buyouts, because it's the same activity over and over again. Break down the complex into manageable bites, put them in the right sequence, and manage that process to success.
You eat the elephant one bite at a time.
That's right.
All right, I would be remiss if I didn't give you a minute to talk about your love for the program that we've participated in together for a couple summers, the Ag Tech program, and bring it home to what that means to some of the students here at Arlington High School.
Great. Well, we participate with the Chamber and other organizations in sponsoring Ag Tech Summer Youth Program at AgriCenter International. It's a summer program. You have to be nominated and accepted to participate, but you're doing an internship during a 7-week time period during the summer. We pay you during that time period, and you learn soft skills, things that are important for when you're doing an interview, things like how to balance a checkbook, understand credit. Then you also have a big focus on science, technology, engineering, and math, all related not only to that core competencies, but it relates also to the agribusiness in our marketplace. Many people forget that we are a big agribusiness hub, and there's lots of money and career opportunities in agribusiness. So we'll give you exposure to different companies that touch the agribusiness in our area. And at the end, during that time period, you will build your own drone and be able to take that drone home.
Everyone's favorite part.
Everyone's favorite part, other than listening to me speak occasionally at those events, I'm sure.
That's right. That's right.
But back to Arlington, we have Arlington students who participate in that. Hopefully, you've had an opportunity to speak to some of them. If not, you might want to reach out. It's a great 7-week event.
And I really appreciate your participation in it, and glad that the Chamber gets to be a part of that too. We do kind of overlook in the Memphis area how big Ag Tech is for our area. And in fact, the Greater Memphis Chamber has made it one of its core.
Yes, this year it's a big thrust.
That's right. As we're looking for businesses to come join us in Memphis, that's one of the focuses. And so I think it's really important for our students to understand all the opportunities that are available. I think a lot of students think it's all about farming.
Yeah, you know, agribusiness, there's a lot that goes on that doesn't require you getting soil underneath your fingernails or your boots too dirty. So, you know, there's a lot of technology involved, a lot of science, and a fair amount of understanding markets, commodities, and the financial impact of what goes on all around the world and how that affects agribusiness.
Well, Bob, thanks for joining us today again on this first edition of About Business. And you know, I always love talking to you about business because you have such a diverse portfolio, and it's a lot of fun to talk about. So
Well, I appreciate being here and always enjoy being with you.
thank you very much.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter, your religion or, what part of the world you're from, that just sort of all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
Yo siento que soy parte de esa bendición que ese niño recibió al irse a su casa ya sanado.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Welcome back. A few notes about things going on around the community. The Healthy Arlington Committee wants Arlington to get moving in April, so they've issued a challenge to participate in the Million Mile Month, a challenge to complete 1 million miles of physical activity together as a global community. Register at events.healthcode.org and select Healthy Arlington as your organization. There's no fee to register, but we want to have a great showing for the Arlington community. Also, a couple other events to let you know about. On Sunday, April 7th, from 5 to 7 p.m., Taste of Arlington. This is one of the signature events for the Chamber each spring, and we'll be having 23 food vendors in the rotunda of Arlington High School. And there's a $20 at-the-door ticket price. You can also go online and buy tickets. $5 for children 5 to 12. Come on out, sample tasty treats from around the Arlington area, and enjoy an evening out with your friends and neighbors. Also, on Saturday, April 27th, the APTA offers Arlington in April. This is a community-wide event, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There'll be hundreds of vendors, food vendors, craft vendors, all kinds of things going on down in the historic Depot Square in Arlington, and APTA would love for you to join us on that event. There is a rain date. There's more information on their website, and we hope you'll join us at some of those great Arlington events. Thank you.